Hi everyone, I'm Noah, and in this video I'm going to be talking about how you can beat your monkey mind. I had a problem with my mind wandering for quite some time and having too many things I just wanted to remember, which caused a lot of headache. I think I fixed that, and I hope that what I'm about to present is the same for you. So without further ado, let's get started. First, meditation. There are so many resources out there showing how beneficial meditation is, from, say, improving your anxiety, stress, to even making you more present. I do 2 meditations per day, which I refer to from a website that offers a kind called Ziva. Now, I know what you're thinking. Noah, how could I possibly be doing 1 meditation, let alone 2, if I am the busiest person in the world? I mean, you should know that. 2 things. Anything worth doing is going to take time. And 2, meditations actually add to your time in that you're investing 2% to get a bunch of quality out of that other 98%. How so? This type in meditation in particular takes thoughts out of your head. And when I do these meditations, there has not been a single instance in which I did not feel better after having partaken in it. Your focus with less things on your mind will actually improve, which most of the time leads to getting more things done. On top of that, this increases your health and well-being. By the way, you don't have to do this type of meditation if it's too expensive for you. I just advise that at a minimum to do some type of meditation, any type, seriously. Consider meditation. Next, organizing your physical and digital storage. You might be wondering why I'm saying this. What I learned comes from a book called Getting Things Done. Let me pose a scenario. You are at work and have a meeting to attend to at 10 a.m. Then you have a call an hour later. However, something derails your plans via you remembering someone asked you if you could help her, and you get sidetracked, of course, by that thought. At this point, assuming you have no calendar organizing any of this, let alone an organizing system to capture all your thoughts or pending to be decided actions, your day is already an utter mess. Monkey mind has won before the day has really even begun. You might be asking, Noah, how do I prevent this from happening? Every week, plan out your calendar for everything you need to do that week. Then plan out everything you want to do for that week. Needless to say, needs just have to come first. You know what needs to be done. Get in trays for things that you know will need to decide eventually where they should go. For things that you use regularly for your own space, you could just leave as is. If your environment is a mess, then your mind is not going to stray too far from that. So it's imperative that you get that in order. By the way, the aforementioned stuff applies to office space and home space. So we got physical. Now we'll proceed with digital. No, not scrolling on social media. You have to take into account things on your mind so you can get them off your mind. Right? Personally, I use Notion to organize my digital stuff. The way in which I organize is by having a someday maybe folder for things that I might do later or things that I haven't pinned down quite yet when to do. Additionally, I have a reference and life goals folder. Later, I'll talk about the distraction journal and the night journal, which I constantly refer to. The point with having all these folders is that I'm admitting to myself that the mind is an awesome idea generating machine, but it is an awful idea holding one. So I use Notion, the aforementioned folders in particular, to store what essentially pervades my mind so that I can refer to it later. That part's key. You want to deliberately schedule when to check up on these to see what you might need to get done. Next, night journal. You probably have those times in a day where you got a hard day at work, finished, and are about to hit the bed. But there's a problem. The mind won't turn off. What I recommend is that in Notion or whatever platform you're most comfortable with, physical or not, have a journal that you write on at night. You surely have a lot to say about your day. After all, if you didn't, then your mind wouldn't be bothering you all night. You don't have to have any sort of, say, structure. That's the beauty. It's unique to you. You don't have to tell anyone about it. It's yours. Personally, what I do is I journal digitally because it's faster and I like to get things done quickly. There are cons to this, which Ryan Holiday of fellow YouTuber elaborates on better than I could. I'll link the corresponding video in the description below. One thing I would say you probably should do is make sure that there's no barrier or as little barrier as possible to you starting an evening journal. You want this to be a seamless mind cleansing activity. Like I said before, your mind is not good at holding on to ideas, but it is coming up with them. Lastly, the distraction journal. I use this for, say, when I have an idea that pops into my mind and I don't know what to do with it. In that case, the aforementioned folders would not be able to categorize this thought, and if left to merely those devices, my mind would surely go crazy. As a remedy, I have a distraction journal, so as to say to myself, okay, I have no idea what this thought is or even what to do with it. I just know that it has some type of relevance to me. And then I proceed to put that thought in the journal. Needless to say, you should schedule when to consult or check up on this journal to clear it out in order to make it so that you actually make use of your thoughts rather than, clogging your digital organization device, which in effect makes you grow numb to it. Again, this applies to all the aforementioned digital folders. This will help ensure that you actually trust the system, and more importantly, you'll be well equipped to beat that monkey. If you have any questions about this but are shy about the comment section, I understand. I was too. You could always shoot me an email, link in the description below. I'd be happy to see what concerns you have. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.